Hello YouTube, Dogfoot9 here, and welcome to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode. And today, we've got a match against Liverpool and a match against Swansea in the Premier League, both with quite a few goals in for both teams, so it's not just going to be me battering the team today. It's going to be probably quite intense, like last episode. Both scores were actually the same, which is quite weird. But anyway, after that, we're going to be having the Spain international team selection, so I'm going to be selecting my team for the upcoming friendlies, I think it is. And Spain were in quite a strong position in the group, obviously. I think they've won every single game except for one, and I think that was when I beat them with Russia. So it's kind of coming back to bite me on the bum that I beat them, because I knew that I probably wasn't going to be with Russia when the World Cup or European, I think it's World Cup, came round. So I don't know why I actually put too much effort in with Russia, but it's probably because I wanted to actually get a really good international job. And Ozil there, one team which I did want to internationally manage was Germany, for players like Mason Ozil, Mario Götze, Royce, players like that. I wouldn't minded managing Poland, because even though Poland they're not well known for their good stars, we've got quite a few coming through at the moment, like Lewandowski, Blaszczykowski, all the E's, ski at the end of the name, all those really quite good players. I'd have always wanted to try and manage with them. But getting back into the gameplay now, we do pick up some really early goals against Liverpool here, and some absolutely terrible, well, not terrible defending, but actually quite good build-up play here from Liverpool. A bit of a 1-2 pass to John Joe Shelvey, and Shelvey there puts it past Courtois, and it was quite an easy shot to put up. Well, it wasn't actually one of the easiest shots to put away, but Courtois just saved it really. But you know, sometimes he won't do that. Not all goalkeepers are absolutely amazing, but then again, we do get quite an easy break there, and we could have scored, but Walcott gets it on his left foot and blasts it. It bounces, it bobbles a bit, but somehow manages to get it into the corner. And I don't know why no one's coming over to help celebrate with him there, because everyone seemed to add to that attack, because there was one attack before it. But there, an absolutely EA style goal, a goal where they cross it in and Suarez just finds a corner, and it's practically a scripted goal there. I think it was because I was playing against Liverpool, and when you play against high overall teams, they do really put you through your paces, EA. As you saw through that Man U match, scored I think one goal in the 90th minute and one goal in the 105th or something like that. And EA, they just try and make sure you don't keep a clean sheet. I think that's what their entire goal is whenever you're playing against them. They don't mind if you beat them. It's just getting a clean sheet. They just don't like to not have scored for some reason, because they score at the 45th, 90th, any time where the referee's about to blow a whistle. But anyway, rant about EA over. We've got quite a few young players actually growing now, as you can see, and also young older players growing. Jenkinson, as I mentioned a couple of episodes ago, he isn't really growing. Excuse me, and my left back and right back, like reserves, who I've never actually put out on loan, aren't really growing too much. But Walcott, I think he's 86 now. I think he's been there for quite a bit, so he probably won't grow again for a couple of months or so. But my actually 75 rated. Trevino, I think he has grown. I didn't expect him to too much. Gundogan, I think he grew in his first week, and Courtois 85. Hopefully he'll be about 86, 87 by the end of the season, I'm hoping. But I'm also trying to grow Hapois at the same time, and we're trying to grow two keepers or two players in the same position. It is quite hard, as we've seen with Walcott and Oxlade-Chamberlain. I feel like I had stunted growth, because quite a bit of time I'll be playing Walcott quite a bit, and then Oxlade-Chamberlain won't be playing his best football, and then I'll be playing Oxlade-Chamberlain a bit more, and they'll be both the same. Want to play they'll both say they want a bigger role in the team at the same time, so it'll be quite awkward to manage around that. And one of the reasons why I put Sergio Gnabry, one of the best players last season for the team, on loan, was because I wanted to give quite a good rotation to both Oxlade-Chamberlain and Walcott, but also because Oxlade-Chamberlain could play on the left, I wanted to have my Achi there, so just in case we didn't have anyone on the left, so we had to put Oxlade-Chamberlain. And if Walcott was low on fitness, I had someone like my Achi to put in, who isn't actually that bad. Sometimes I'll bring one as a super sub, but absolutely brilliant goal there from El Shaarawy. But back on topic, I sometimes bring him on as a super sub because of his pace, but he can start games really well. As you've seen in quite a few of his episodes, he's actually helped score early on. And just looking at angle there, El Shaarawy scores an absolutely brilliant goal, and once again I haven't cut it too much here, because Swansea, they did pretty much do what Liverpool did, 2-0 up, and they just tore my defence to pieces, dribbling there nearly cut me to pieces, but we just failed to get it out of our own half. Oxlade-Chamberlain with an absolutely terrible pass, maybe should have just tried to put it out, but Javi Martinez tackles, hasn't got the pace to keep up with it, and then a daft slide there, lets them go through, gives them a bit of space. I think it was Michu, given a lot of space there, allows him to chip it over so someone can volley it home. But then once again, Afobe, another young player who I was tempted on to put on loan, but once I did start to play him instead of putting him on loan, he did decide to get injured, so it was like he was on loan, just he wasn't growing and he wasn't playing. But his wages were still coming out of my budget. But anyway, he's been really good for me. I'm actually surprised that I've been happy with keeping him. In fact, it sounds a bit weird. But a penalty there we do give away to Swansea, and penalties, they aren't like the strongest thing to be able to say you're good at. There are ways to be able to save them. You can tell from body position, but it is really hard. FIFA have made it harder over the years to tell where players putting it. I remember in some FIFAs you could just look at the way they were even running, and you could just place your goalkeeper there and they'd save it all the time. But penalties, they are really hard to save against. I'm sure there's videos out there showing you how to save them, but if you want to keep if you want to keep FIFA natural, then I wouldn't really recommend it. And a shot there from Adrian just gets saved by the keeper there. Maybe if it was Ozil, he would have gone into the corner, but Adrian, obviously, he's got a 4-star weak foot, so he is going to be trying to score that left foot, and it will work probably for him. But Adrian, again, crosses it in, and at that time it's more effective with Bahrain getting his head on it. And Bahrain, he's been sometimes saying he wants to play a bit more, but he is quite a young player. He's only said, can you just rotate the squad a bit? And I have done, because now I've got 5 really good centre backs and only 2 spots per game, and normally I rest 2, so that means that one's going to be left on the bench, and I've been trying to rotate that as much as possible. But players like Dede, they've been saying want to do it more playing time, and I think the Marlon did say he wanted a bit more, so I've been trying to play them a bit more often when I've been able to. But looking at this really good talent here I've got available to me in the Spanish team, I mean, I've got some really good young centre backs chosen there. Sorry, I've just got a bit of indigestion, I think. But anyway, Diego Capello left wing, him and Pedro are a really good combination to swap around. And if I could say something about one thing about a Spanish team, I think I'd want another striker, because Torres, he's quite good, but then I don't really like the play style of any other strikers. Maybe I could try Rodrigo, or I think it's Rodrigo. Maybe I could try him in the future. But for Fernando Llorente, I don't really like too much. And Soldado, he's alright, so I'll have to mix them two around a bit. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please leave a like, also subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.